Well, thank you for joining me for the next 5 minutes or so. This is our Take 5 segment. If you're not familiar with what Take 5 is, this is where we take 5 minutes out of your day, usually on a Friday, perhaps it's a Saturday when you are viewing this, give you a bit of a preview, a 5-minute take in terms of what we're going to be discussing on the Sunday coming up. Well, the Sunday that I'm referring to coming up is a Sunday that many people really look forward to, not necessarily in terms of being in church, but I guarantee around 6 o'clock or so, people will be gathered around their television set for Super Bowl Sunday. Now, before we talk about a little bit of that in just a moment, I just strongly encourage you, if you do not receive our text alerts, I strongly encourage you to text this, My Faith Church, to this number, 888-403-4294. We give you all kinds of weather alerts, things that we may have to do regarding the weather and other things, sometimes material that will kind of go along with what we discussed on Sunday. So if you haven't done that, I just strongly encourage you to do that, or jump on our website, www.myfaithchurch.org. Take advantage of some of the free resources that we have available for you, whether it's instructions of how to download the YouVersion Bible app that comes in really, really handy. You can click the events on that once you've downloaded that, and you can receive all kinds of notes and things that we use on Sunday morning as well. There's some instructions about how to create your own account, Right Now Media account, sort of a Netflix of Bible studies to feed you throughout the week. We hope you take advantage of that. Thank you for your contribution. You can click the donate button there, or you can text a contribution to 73256. Well, it's Super Bowl Sunday that we're coming up to, and many people, I'm sure, I heard a statistic this past week that 60% of America will tune in to the Super Bowl. Some are tuning in for the game. Some are probably tuning in for the commercials, and there's a few weirdos that are probably tuning in for the halftime show, right? But it is one of those things that we think of as an incredible accomplishment. You know, those people, a very select and elite group, will accomplish something that will put them on a certain pedestal that can never be taken away. They are Super Bowl champions, right? Now, with that in mind, I want you just to do a bit of an experiment here with me. If you are a football fan, right? If you're not, maybe this won't necessarily apply to you. But I just want to do a bit of an experiment. Can you think of the last 5 Super Bowl winners? Not the one that, what you think might happen between the Eagles and the Chiefs, but can you actually just go back 5 years and just kind of say, here are the 5 Super Bowl winners? Now, odds are, even if you are a football fan, you are struggling. And the reason why is because when it comes to accomplishments, when it comes to those things that we think are really just going to make us remembered, it's not so much those famous moments. It's not so much those accomplishments in a sense where we think, you know what, people are going to remember what I brought to the table. Sometimes we get this sense that, I want to be remembered, and we think, how can I be remembered? That means I need to do something great. And that isn't necessarily true. Now I want to do another experiment for just a moment. Not the 5 Super Bowl winners in the past 5 years. You're going to have struggles. I know I did, trying to come up with who those are. But now I want you to think of 5 people in your life. 5 people in your life that you would say have impacted you in an incredible way. Now, you may think, all right, here's 10 people, and you may find kind of a struggle maybe to whittle it down to 5, or perhaps you think, there's actually only 2 people that I really think have really poured and impacted in my life in some particular way. But odds are, if you take just a little bit of time, you can come up with 5 people. That grandmother or that uncle or that, that father figure that probably wasn't even biologically related to you, or that person within your church, or that Sunday school teacher, or whatever it may be, that person that has impacted you in an incredible way. Well, the verses that we're going to be looking at in our teaching series that we've been on for a while in the book of Philippians called Living from the Heart, there's a guy that is remembered, and Paul is remembering this guy by the name of Timothy. And he's sending Timothy. He's giving him, in many ways, sort of a recommendation of why the Philippian church should welcome him with open arms. Timothy made an incredible impact, as well as Paul had made an incredible impact in Timothy's life. And so we are going to be discussing those essential elements of friendship. So we hope that you will join us, whether in person, 10 o'clock at Faith Church, 1895 State Road 44 in Martinsville. If not, you can definitely watch us on YouTube. You can get there through our Facebook app or our Facebook page as well. We just strongly urge you. We would love to see you in person. If not, then definitely you can find our teaching there online. Well, the Lord bless you and keep you. Enjoy the rest of your Friday.